masofdas here, and we are talking Silent Hill 2 and some Elden Ring. I'm using the footage from the Silent Hill 2 transmission that we had a couple of months ago now, and it's quite good. But before we go into Silent Hill, I'm going to talk about Elden Ring. So I did a video not long ago on how I was playing playing Elden Ring, actually really enjoying the game. There was a couple of comments on the video and quite a few views. One of the chaps in work watched it, and he was actually saying where I was actually 2 in the game, I wasn't that far off from finishing it, because if you watch that video, I was like saying I'm gonna leave Elden Ring for the time being. Got it digital, I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna go to Silent Hill 2, got that physical, play that, finish it, trade it in, then maybe go back to Elden Ring, then start like Metaphor, Refantasio. But as the chap in where I said I was actually kind of close from finishing, yeah, that's what I continued playing it, which I did. I actually continued playing it for quite a bit more, so I finished the game off for what I did and did some more of the quests. There's a character called Rani, which like I did her quests and stuff like that. I ended up looking at the trophies. I fought 24 of the bosses, and you get like minor ones which don't have trophies either. And I think there's only about 4 bosses I've not fought in the game. Like other people from the G-Name a lot, sort of thing, like I need to go fight Melania and stuff like that I hadn't done before finishing the game, sort of thing. That, as I said in the video, I did semi-follow a guide, like, you need to go to this place, and then it's like, okay, I need to figure out how I get to that place, sort of, thing. The end of it actually is kind of linear, more so. Some things like the Rani quest, like how people figure out how to do, you got to do these things to do that thing. God knows, sort of thing. But you still got to play the game, you still got to find the bosses and stuff yourself, and the enemies and stuff like that, telling you where to go. On that, looking at my trophies and stuff like that, I believe, I could be wrong, 17 bosses I fought by myself, and 7 with summons, including the last boss. Kind of struggled after the first phase, same with Melania after her first phase and stuff like that. Thing is, part of the game. Even the creator said, like, I used the tools in the game. I don't think 17 bosses by myself is that bad. I think it's not a genre I normally play that often, but I did really enjoy my time of Elden Ring. Is why I kept playing it and stuff like that. Even though I was told I thought I was going to drop it for a bit, I was told it's close to it, and then oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, have you done this? And it's like, oh yeah, I want to check that out. Stuff. So yeah, really enjoyed that game. Obviously, it's not a game from this year, but it's one of the best games I've played this year, if that makes sense. Especially the best not 2024 game I've played this year. It's that or Resident Evil 4 Remake. I think I would lean closer to Elden Ring. But anyway, that was Elden Ring played, finished. I then started Silent Hill 2, which I have just sort of met Maria in the game, so I'm not a huge way into it, even though I think the PlayStation might say I'm like 40% done or something, but I still think there's quite a bit to do from what I remember. I haven't played Silent Hill 2 since it came out, and that's like back in 2001, and I wouldn't have got it right away as well. Most probably weirdly would have got it like Christmas or something, 2001, maybe alongside my PS2, because I didn't get my PS2 at launch, or like maybe I got it for my birthday, January 2022, or something like that. I remember playing it on the PS2 and quite around it came up. It's one of the games I wanted for the PS2. Like, I played Silent Hill 1 on the PS1, same with Metal Gear. Like, I played Metal Gear Solid on PS1, so I wanted the second one on my PS2, sort of thing. Yeah, really enjoying the game so far. I'm playing in the quality 30 frames mode. It's a very slower paced game, so I don't really think you need the 60 frames mode, and that is sort of weird adjusting to it, because going back to Elden Ring, I played a bit of that in the 30 frames mode with the ray tracing on, and the frame rate was horrible. And obviously, I've been playing that in 60 frames mode, so it does take a little bit getting used to. But being much a slower paced game, I don't think it matters too much. Sort of thing being like 30 frames thing. But yeah, from what I've played, it's a really good remake. So far. Like the music's still really good. It's still like very atmospheric and things like that. I've not really had any jump scares myself. I know Cray talked about it on this week's Safe Lot 3 that I wasn't on, so I listened to it, and I'm pretty sure he was saying he had some jump scares, but yeah, I didn't really have any myself so far in that. And it's not like I even know what's coming, because again, it's a remake of a game that I played like 20 years ago. So it's not like, oh yeah, I know this is going to be around the corner. Like Resident Evil 2, like, oh, I knew the liquor was going to be, there, because that's where it was in the original. That sort of thing. And then I kind of want to go in a bit of a, well, I am having a bit of a ramble anyway, but there's been sort of rumours. Obviously, this Silent Hill 2 seems to have done well. It's done well critically. I don't know how well it's going to do commercially. It's obviously on PS5 and PC, and for non-Xbox, I don't know how well it would do on there. It's obviously a game I can't see the Switch running. Maybe a Switch 2 port or something. I don't know. Who knows with that. So how it does commercially, I don't know. But critically, it's like already been rumours like what's going to be next, and people talking about that. And Silent Hill 3 seems to be brought up quite a bit. Apparently there was like a leak or something, the week of leaks with like Pokemon and that I think it's Project H and Project G, and H was Silent Hill 2 and G is going to be Silent Hill 3. I think both Blooper Team, which I kind of hope the next remake is Blooper Team now that this is so good that they don't give it to, I don't know, development team or something like who's doing Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. But the problem with Silent Hill 3 is it's a sequel to Silent Hill 1, not obviously 2. And you kind of need the context of Silent Hill 1 to play 3. So it seems really daft to go to. I guess if they look at the Resident Evil I know we did have the remake of 1 on GameCube, and it's very close to Resident Evil 1 originally, but you look at it like Capcom then went 2 to 3 and then obviously 4, but the semi-self-contained, like 3 is happening like sort of alongside 2, and you can like think. But yeah, Silent Hill 3 is like a continuation of Silent Hill. I just don't see how it would work unless you had like some sort of intro movie or thing. Like, if I feel you need to do Silent Hill 1 first, and I don't know if that's more work being a PS1 game to remake to a PS5 game. Maybe if start development now, it could even be a PS6 game or whatever. Take 3-4 years to develop, or cross-gen, I would think. So I actually think Silent Hill 4 The Room might make more sense, because again, I don't know if it's going to be easier to remake because it's the PS2 original Xbox game. I played the original Xbox thing, and then it's not a continuation of the story like Silent Hill 3. So it's like its own thing. It's like a weird one that no one, but people sort of like. They like it more like your Homecomings and your Downpours and stuff like that. And the game did have problems, so it kind of makes more sense. Like, let's remake a game that wasn't that great and make it great. Then let's remake. If they make Silent Hill 1 again, it's like, oh yeah, Silent Hill 1's great. We're just remaking a great game. Like, maybe it makes more sense to make. Then what I'm saying is like, let's just remake, I don't know, Origins or something, like a bad, even other worse Silent Hill game. But yeah, I kind of want 4. I would like 1 and 3 personally. Like, I know 3 is a sequel to 1. That doesn't really bother me, but I think a lot of people, like, again, going back to Craig on Safe Lot 3, like, I think he's enjoying Silent Hill 2, enjoys this, he'd be keen on a Silent Hill 3 remake, I would guess, it would come out, and they'd be like, who is this person? And stuff like that. Why is it now a cult? And stuff like that. I'm like yeah, but if it's Silent Hill 4, The Room, you're like, okay, I get this. This makes much, I guess, more sense. Even though it's not even in Silent Hill. To remake, or 1, obviously, but then it's like, I'm going 2, 1, 3. Yeah. Very odd. Yeah, that's my bit of my ramblings. I haven't started yet. I have been sent a code for a game, so I'm going to play that sometime, but I am away for a few days, so I don't know when I will actually get to that game. And there's a few other bits and pieces, like Neva, I just came out, that I'm going to be playing. There's a demo of a game called AI Limit, I believe it's called, which is a part of the China Hero Project, I believe, which is like an anime Souls-like game. So I kind of want to check that out. So I may do some videos of that going up, or could be gameplay videos. The game I got code for, most probably like a live stream or a proper review after I've played it thing. And maybe, like, I don't know, the AA Limited game, I'll talk like this once I tried the demo. So there's definitely more content, sort of coming. But I just basically wanted to say I enjoyed Elden Ring a lot. I'm enjoying Silent Hill 2. And I'll be interested to see where the series goes next. Obviously, we've got F coming, which I guess is the next mainline one, which is set in, like, Japan or something. Thing, but yeah, definitely keen for more Silent Hill at the moment, but you never know with Konami. Anyway, I've been masofdas, and I'll see you again.